I don't really know what I'm doing.
Well, just describe what you're doing as you do it, then, I guess. And I feel like you might want to move to the right chair.
You can come here.
Am I going first? I was just putting my primer on so I
You
can
can just do it at the same time for funsies.
Oh, yeah, that works. Well, in that case, you might want to move in a little closer so that you can...
I'll just hang out in the background doing my hair because I don't need to have any kind of...
I have like glitter all over my fingers from doing people's eyes. I'm like rubbing it all over my face right now.
You know,
It's okay.
It's the glurpies.
I have the
We're
glurpies.
gonna have the same hairstyle though.
Beautiful.
It's the one that I
You look
always
so
do on.
pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, it's
No, it's
okay.
like we're going to
That's why I
prom.
get too excited here.
I was like, that was not minor.
This is
Oh my
why I
god,
need
my
to look
poor
pretty real
makeup.
quick, but it's also
Sorry.
It's okay. This breaks my heart.
I know, it's so expensive. That's
how they're so big too, and I never use.
It's not cheap
this
being a
much
girl, guys.
face Stuff. It was like 45
yeah. We're
bucks
gonna
for
have
that
to remember
bottle.
what's all of whose
I know.
stuff.
I'll remember what's mine.
This is mine
Yeah,
and this is
I know
yours.
what's
This is
mine.
hers and this is his.
I don't have so much that I lose track of it.
I have a bit, but I know my stuff pretty well.
Yeah. If I had more, I probably would forget.
So I start with my eyebrows first just because it frames your face a little bit nicer. It's easier for me because then you can see how everything
Which of
goes.
these?
I hope it's actually rubbed in. I can't really tell.
Yeah. Oh, you put your head.
Oh.
I keep.
Yeah. Now I want to see how that looks.
Reminds me of Meryl Streep when she dresses and makes up.
You know, I've been told that a lot. Like, I did a Spirit Day back in high school where it was Old Movies Day, and I dressed up as Meryl Streep from Out of Africa, I think was the movie. I've never seen it, but my mom said, you should totally do this. You already look like her. And everyone got it. I didn't need to tell anyone who I was, which is good because I didn't know.
That's funny.
And since then, I've been told I look like her a lot. So thank you. Holy shit. It's still a really good compliment. And I missed myself turning around. So.
Hello, Karen. How's it going?
Oh, hey.
Sorry.
Hello.
Bumping into everything.
That'll happen.
I am too. The whole computer.
Yes. A couple times, but that's okay. Just gotta, not move your knees too much when you're sitting in that position.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this with this computer, which is very hard. Nope, it's not working.
So I'm cleaning up my eyebrows because Sis didn't pluck them.
Sort of. We're having a night out in. We're gonna be, after this, we're gonna be singing on Twitch Sings. It's gonna be a Twitch Sings stream devoted entirely to female vocalists.
Sorry.
No, you did. I think it was just a wrapper.
Okay. I wasn't sure what it was. I was like, oh, what am I dropping over here?
I'm almost out of this one, so I'm like scraping the barrel. Oh dear.
McKenna, what are you doing right now?
I'm putting on my foundation.
Okay.
Most people use a sponge or a brush or something, but I think it's quicker and easier with my fingers. Just blend it out.
Okay.
Get my ears. And then
So I always thought of foundation as basically synonymous with cover up, but it's not quite, right?
I think cover up is kind of more just the powder part,
Oh, okay.
and foundation just makes it stick a little bit nicer. I don't use powder.
Oh.
Or if I do, it's because I'm like I want it to last a lot longer.
Mm.
Carving out my face because I have a baby face.
You've probably got the roundest face out of all of us, yeah.
I know. Sucks.
No, it's good. It's just different.
Yeah.
Not better or worse.
I know.
I've got a little bit of a.
Oh, nice.
Got a little bit of a round face as well. I've actually got some pretty angular features, but when I smile, it sort of rounds out really quickly. You're on.
Oh, I'm on you. Sorry.
Just trying to catch up with chat. So, a murder mystery dinner party, and you were the victim. Karen, that sounds really cool.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Yep.
I've heard about those.
Another deep question in the makeup field. Is there any element of ethnic hindrance in the common beauty standards of cosmetics?
Oh, yeah.
Like some conformity
Holy
device,
shit, yeah.
some very varied ways of doing things.
You
Well,
mean like the giant trend in like Japan of paling yourself
yeah.
out super badly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so
It's not.
McKenna and Alex might actually be able to give more insight to this because I'm super white and
Yeah.
Lex is also super white, so we kind of hit the norm on that.
Yeah.
So
I kind of fall into the norm most.
kind of fall mostly into the norm, yeah.
Yeah.
McKenna, are things a little bit different for you in that regard?
I think I like to buy Fenty Beauty because for the longest time there wasn't foundation that had a wide enough range for women to cover up their face. So it didn't go darker a lot of the times. So Fenty Beauty actually came out with 40 shades, which was the most that any brand had ever done, and that's Rihanna's brand. And after that, more people caught wind of that, so now they're starting to make more and a wider variety. So I like her brand, and it's more natural looking as well. I think that says a lot, and I think for Asian people, they have a harder time putting in eyeliner and mascara and stuff, so they actually have like Japanese have it catered towards their eye shape, so they have like falsies. If you wanted that, it would actually fit their eyes, and then you have to account for like these creases and stuff if they're not deep enough, or if you have the monolids, it's harder to fit in there. And I think for me it's like, because I'm so much darker, I have to go with palettes like this where the colors will actually show up,
Right.
you know. So I have to go darker. As much as I'd love to wear a light beige lipstick, it's not gonna show up. So
That's actually was going to be my question.
Yeah.
Like, how does the base, the foundation and the base, like, inform the other like color decisions that you make? Like, for
Oh,
me,
yeah.
like this red,
Shows up amazingly.
it pops out even more because of how pale my skin is.
right.
But for you, I mean, obviously this red's a pretty universal,
Red is
Um,
nice, yeah.
a pretty universally appealing color for lips. But like it carries a different tone. It's not so much of a contrasting so much as you find a red that blends and accentuates.
Right. For me, I do have to go with a darker red. Yeah, so it's not like for example, I'd probably end up using something like this. This is really dark. And so like Barbie pink just does not look good on me at all.
Yeah.
I've tried it so many times and it just doesn't happen. Even blush, so I have to use a darker color blush. They can get away with lighter pinks.
Right.
Whereas if like I try to wear a maroon lipstick, it's just gonna look wrong.
Yeah. And it also depends on the warmth and coolness of your skin tone. So it's not even necessarily just the color in itself, so you have to take that into account. So for me, because I'm more warm tones, I have to go with like an orange blush instead of a pink blush and things like that.
Are people still doing seasons?
Mm-hmm.
I know that was a thing at one point.
Yeah, so fall is super into like the orange and the purples, so that's when you can kind of bring that out again. Summertime, I like using this palette because it has lots of reds and oranges,
Okay.
and it's all based on trend,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
whatever's in. Thick eyebrows are back in, and even like feathered eyebrows, which I think is kind of weird, but
That is a really interesting one, actually.
Yeah.
It
What's
kinda-
that?
it's, you don't really put like the actual color in, but you take the spoolie, the brush
Yeah.
part, and you put like gel, and it'll just fluff it up.
Mhm.
Sure.
So you don't pluck your eyebrows; it just looks like a feather.
Mhm.
So that's kind of like
Cool.
what's it called?
Like using
Hunger
clear
Games
mascara.
esque.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna tight line my eyes.
Do you mind me asking a question about, like, revealing some details about your ethnicity with my question, Alex?
No, not at all.
So, okay. So, Alex, you're half Japanese, right? But white passing. Like, you.
Essentially.
Yeah, so, like, you can basically go with, like, more, like, Caucasian style of makeup. Is there any, like, preference that you take as far as your makeup decisions or anything like that?
In which way?
Do you like prefer to lean in on like more Caucasian look like lean in on the white passing part, or is it something that you like really bring into consideration when you're trying out makeups and stuff like that?
Actually, I tend to try to lean towards trying to look less Caucasian if I can. Like
Yeah.
trying to bring out a little more of an exotic side.
Right.
Because I don't know. I get bored with like the same kind of, you see a lot of the
Yeah.
same look, and
Yeah.
I take pride in that part of my ethnicity, even though I can't really see it very much. And
That's good.
so I
It's
guess
valid.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Not so much though. I just go with what I think looks nice most of the time.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Not too much thought to the decision there.
Just put some wings on this bitch. Oh, sorry.
Can I get you to contour
That's
me
okay.
after?
Yes, of course. I'll do
This
that
is
right now.
This
Oh,
is
thank you.
not it's not an adults only stream, but it's not a kids only stream either. You can swear as
Yeah.
much as you fucking want.
What was it you were saying? Swears not slurs.
Yes. Swears not slurs.
Swearing is fine. Being a bigoted asshole will get you insta banned.
Got it. We won't
Where is the equality? How's it going? How
see
do you say
four.
that name? Moesty? 890?
I see 4 girls and no boys.
I guess I should take that as a compliment. Or I guess you should take that as a compliment, huh?
Yeah.
You on camera now have different
Thank you.
face shapes. A lot.
Yeah.
Is the way you apply contours very different, or is it mostly similar?
Well, for Alex, I didn't have to do a whole lot because she already has a very, strong bone
Like an
structure.
angular.
It's more
Yeah.
angular, so she already has that shape going on. So I only filled it in a little bit. Whereas for me, if I really wanted to go super heavy on cutting my face out, I would have to put more foundation and cut this line, or I'd have to put like concealer, and so it would basically suck it in like this. And then underneath here, I'd put more of that darker shade and cut the V out, and then it would make this less of a round shape.
Kind of make it shadows.
Yeah. That's all the contouring is just working with shadows, and then highlight is the same. You would make this come out because that's where the high points of your face are.
Right.
Yeah.
Is cutting your face with the contours part of that element of trying to fit a certain beauty standard?
Yes.
Definitely.
Because
Changing the
the-
face of the shape of your face.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're
I've seen some
changing what
trippy
you look
ones
like.
where there's like all these Asian chicks that like actually put the black things in their
Mhm,
nose
and
and
the actual like the tape.
Yeah,
and
they
Yeah.
suck in their face with tape, and I'm like, how the hell?
Yep.
And
What
it's
about?
trippy. Okay, the wings.
I
Almost
actually
there.
saw a really cool post. I don't have an Instagram, but it was copied from there.
Mm-hmm.
Of this one influencer chick who was like, okay, so this sucks, and I'm gonna peel the entire layer off of it. And she did like the same outfit in 18 different photos, where one of them was posed with her stomach sucked in and like, you know, some
Oh,
retouching,
yeah.
and then the exact same photo without the retouching, and then, you know, all these variations that really showed you like the camera angle, whether you've eaten recently, whether you've, you know, done
All the
all
little
of the
changes.
stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. If you don't eat for like 12 hours before a photo shoot, you look way thinner. That kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just super common for Instagram models to do that. And, you know, that's one particular niche of the whole folks who sell their image.
I wonder if that's I wonder if that leads to like a trend in like morning shots, for example.
Probably.
Because you can get away with like a big dinner or something like that,
Mhm.
sleep,
Probably.
and then do morning shot and then have a lunch after. And that way it's not that bad as far as, you know,
Right.
instead of like eating breakfast and then eating nothing until,
Yeah.
you know, like late evening because you've done like a late afternoon or evening shot or something
Mhm.
like that.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But also, the main point of the post was that
Power of
People
optical
see-
illusion. Yes.
all of these photos and then think, oh yeah, I should look like that naturally because that's what this person looks like, when it's not natural at all.
Yep.
You know, in reality.
Shout outs to the Instagram reality subreddit,
Yeah.
where you can see what happens when Instagram reality takes its extremes and applies them to real photos, where you see like, you know, people taking like shots in like a bathroom or something like that or whatever, like, you know, like the mirror selfies, and then like they gotta slim themselves out, right? They gotta hit that like unrealistic like hourglass beauty standard, and then you can see because there's tiling in the background, the lines like
Yeah. Oh,
reality
no.
warps around them,
Oh no.
and so you
Yes.
get these like because they gotta like pinch in at the hip,
tiles
just above the
on
hip.
the that's
The tiles
I've
pinch in
never
as well.
thought about that.
Yep,
Wow. But even like,
it's a thing.
you know, if I'm just standing here normal, right? Done.
Right.
That's just abs tightening, nothing else. But now all of a sudden, I've got that. Damn, my ass is fat. Sorry. But,
Yeah,
Because that's
yeah.
a bad thing.
no,
I know.
not at all. That was,
3 C's.
but like, nobody's gonna have a pooch in their Insta photos. It's just not gonna happen.
It's a strange.
I can also give myself tits if
Oh,
I
was there a
want
new
to.
follower? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, there
a
was.
follower.
I'm not paying attention.
It was potentially not great, but we'll see.
Well, maybe I just won't. I'll thank them later if I see it at the end of the stream. and
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Yeah. If they say anything, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the difference between posed and not posed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot, it turns out.
So, I have a question for both of you,
Mm-hmm.
and this is. Oh, that's a great shade for you, actually.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I like
Yeah.
that.
It's really good.
Damn.
I just didn't want to use the same red as you, so I was like, I'll just put this darker one on.
That's fair, but like.
That looks really good.
Right?
That's really nice.
Yeah,
I
that
actually really like that
pops out.
shade.
And it looks, it kind of brings like a multiple, like different focus to your face, where like
Right.
because of the big wings
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
eyes, as well as like the lips together.
Yeah, so I made big wings.
Those work really well.
Yeah.
And it all sort of like it draws focus towards the center because of like the angular nature of the, especially because your cheeks pucker in a certain way
Right,
as
right.
well, and it sort of brings a good shape to the lips. And then you've also got like the eyes, so like it all
Yeah.
pulls focus like towards the center of the face. It's
Right.
really,
Yeah,
a really good look.
thanks.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
You got distracted.
I'm sorry. My bad.
So this is actually a question focused more on transgender issues with makeup. So like I'm a guy, and especially for people that don't have haven't undergone like HRT
Yeah.
or
SRS.
or SRS or
So HRT
especially
is the hormone part of it. SRS is the surgery part of it.
yes.
And
Well,
there's
yeah.
also different terms for all the bits and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yes. So for people that like have grown up, like trans women who have grown up in like developing into a man's body, for example, that sort of shapes your face in certain ways and everything like
Right, right.
that. So like just for reference, this is what my face looks like. Oh,
Oh,
the wig
your
is
wig's
pulling
coming
back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Gotta lift. There you go.
Might need to bobby pin it after all. Oh no, I've still got hair.
Unless you want a little curly cue.
Sorry, just dino up in here.
Yeah, I might need to.
Yeah.
What's
I may
it
need to
called?
put that on again.
Yeah, I think I do, because that's still
Yeah.
my hairline underneath.
Yeah.
But you were saying about face shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for someone who's sort of grown up, developing into a man's body, but wants to, and this is going to be huge for like drag queen circuits and everything like that, but wants to have the appearance of like a traditionally female face, what challenges do you think a man or someone who's like developed into a biologically male face would have to overcome in order to appear more passing as a traditional woman?
I think the biggest features are your jawline because they tend to stick out a little bit more. So it's like you'd have to learn how to contour maybe and go more of a round shape. I think cheekbones have a lot to do with it also. I think it's just the structure of your face. For
Right.
guys, it's just a lot stronger and
Yeah.
more of a rectangle shape a lot of times.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit mousy, so I probably get away with a little more.
Yeah.
But I'm even like, I'm not perfect in that regard.
Yeah, so if boys kind of have a baby face, they can get away with a little bit more of that kind of thing. But if you have a strong jawline, I think that's hard. And
Yeah.
You have to worry
Yeah.
about your throat a bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
Adam's
Adam's
apple.
Yes, Adam's apple's a big deal too. I tried to hide that with the choker, but the choker was not successful. But yeah, how's it going, Salamo? And yes, I could hide. I could use long gloves to hide my arm hair, but it wasn't something that I really thought about. And the Team Rocket gloves are both very not appropriate for this costume because they're just bright gray gardening gloves, basically like faux leather gardenings.
Glittery ones.
Those have been
But
good.
also, that's not the kind of thing that's practical for everyday use.
Yeah, but it wasn't something that I really thought about in advance. So,
That's the kind of thing that actually hormones
I
can
didn't-
really help with.
yep,
They will change your facial structure over time.
yep.
And
Actually-
also change body hair some.
I didn't even think about chest hair until I put the first dress on,
The one that Kenna's wearing now.
the one that Kenna is wearing now, and I looked down. That's like a Jessica Rabbit look for you, actually.
That's the name for that dress. I call it the Jessica Rabbit dress.
There you go. But yeah, I looked down at. Well, I don't really have cleavage, but I looked down at my chest and was like, "Can we get something with a little bit of a higher cut?" Because this ain't it. Like nobody
Yeah.
wants to see my chest hair, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
And I don't really got enough cleavage to make up for that. So
No.
yeah. All right, is that everyone's makeup?
Yeah,
think so.
I
It's
think
everybody's
so.
makeup.
Goodness.
You look
Oh my
gorgeous.
Cool.
Yep. Ooh, I had a hair question, but I also got lost in that. So, we all have
Yeah, also waxing.
a waxing. Yeah, I could wax. Oh, hey, how's it going, Preston? Long time no see. This is a little bit of a different look for you. Probably you're not used to seeing me like this, but yeah, how's it going, friend? Just realized you're the one that was saying the power of the dark shade of lipstick. Yeah, how it do it be? Thank you. So the question that I had about hair. So this wig is disqualifying, but all of us have different hair types. I think that there's I think of hair on two axes that sort of intersect with each other. There's full and there's thin, and then there's fine and thick. So someone can have full and thick hair, which would be like
My friend Sadie.
McKenna or Sadie.
Oh yeah.
Someone could have full and fine hair, which is probably
Kind of.
both Alex and
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
My hair's short, so it doesn't really show that way. Or like thin and fine hair.
Can't do shit with it.
How does that inform your decisions as far as both how you get your hair done at the salon, which obviously that's why this is disqualifying for me, as well as regular maintenance and hairstyles?
I think, well, for me,
Down again.
I've always done this side part because if I don't, I have just this round face.
Mhm.
And so if I just even a little bit, it cuts through some of that. And then, you know, like I've had my hair all the way down to my butt. So I'm just used
Same,
to having
actually.
it. Yeah.
That
So
was a while ago.
I don't know, like because I cook all day, I always have it up.
Right.
So I like to take it out when I'm all done with that stuff, but
Yeah.
I'll just layer it
Mhm.
so that you can see, and then if you get your hair dyed, you can see all the colors that come out and stuff like that. So that's what I do. These I slept with them in, so
Yeah.
I just twist braided them and then took them out after. So that's what that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no heat.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would have to. I need to layer my hair. I've had really long hair
Mhm.
my whole life. Well, now it's kind of shorter, but when it's really long with no layers, it just gets flat because it's so thin. It doesn't have much body to it. So I
Yeah.
always need to have some sort of layering going on and some sort of bangs, even if they're just long bangs.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just falls really flat around my face. It
Right.
just doesn't really hold shape very well.
Okay.
Well, what I end up doing is here. I'll just. There we go. What I've got at the moment is the front, just the very small bits pulled back, and I like doing that in order to be able to have the back bits frame my face, because otherwise, when I just pull it all the way back, and the makeup will help a bit. It's kind of severe, and I don't really like that on a daily basis, but then again, I also just pull it into a ponytail for work all the time because I don't care what I look like at work because
Right.
I'm at work. So I had bangs for an unfortunate period of my life when I was younger, before I moved here. It didn't look good. I don't like how I look without bangs at all because I don't get any framing, but if they're just kind of the, like, I don't know, the little kid, not
straight
the,
bangs.
the front
bowl
half
cut look?
of a
Bowl
bowl
cut.
cut. Yeah. It's not better at all.
Yeah.
So I don't really get it styled at all, but what I do is wash with a Lush bar shampoo that has some conditioner in it, and then if I feel like it, put other conditioner in after, but I really don't need to. And then that just keeps it fluffy, and the fluffier the better because then it has any amount of body at all.
Yeah, when your hair's thin,
That's all.
it just no volume.
Yeah. What I did for the wedding actually was really nice, but that was an entire 2-hour session of pin curls.
Yeah.
That was so cute.
That
It was really cute, but I would never do that on a daily basis.
Cool.
I have half a face on the screen.